Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. This is Michael Mail with Affiliate Rookie, where I show you great ideas and great tools to grow your online business or to even start one. So today we're going to look at a platform called Jetwebinar. Now Jetwebinar allows you to do all kinds of things when it comes to webinars. You can do evergreen webinars, you can do meetings, you can do video conferences with this platform. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at all the features this platform has to offer and to see if it's a right fit for your business. Okay, so if you like this video, hit the thumbs up, and if you want to see more content like this video, hit the subscribe button. So let's jump in and take a look at Jetwebinar. Okay, so we're logged on to Jetwebinar, and this is what the dashboard looks like. The dashboard is going to have some information for you when you first get started. For instance, if you are doing live webinars, you have a bunch of them scheduled, they're going to be right here. This is the first thing you're going to see. So it's going to give you the title, it's going to give you the start time of the event, it's going to give you how many people registered for the event, it's going to give you a URL, which you can use that for emailing, or you can use that just to give people the link, and as well as event actions, okay? And then this will have all that in here, as well as creating new live events. You also have a tab here which is for your automation webinars, which is considered, people use it as evergreen webinars, okay? So that will be here as well, and you can actually go in here, you'll have the same information, and you can manage that. You can, when you have one, you can edit it, you can copy it for duplication and repeat whatever you want to do, and you can create one. And if you need to do or set up a meeting room right away, you can create your own room, and you can actually start a meeting right away, or you can give a link to the meeting, etc., etc., etc. So, and this is where you can create your meeting rooms. Now, the thing I like about this, and the reason why I use this, is because everything is separated into its own tab. So you have your live, you have your basically evergreen webinars, and you have your meetings. They're all separate, so they're not all crammed together, okay? So right here on the left side, you have all events, you have attendees. This will give you, basically, this will do two things. You can upload your own registered event. So if you're coming in from another platform that has webinars, you want to use this one, you can upload that. As well as you can download your list of people who have attended and get all their data. For instance, this will tell you if the person's name, their last name, their email, their shortcut codes, the source where they came from, if you put that in there. If you put affiliate link, if they're affiliates, poll, if you added a poll to webinar, you can see that information. You can see what time the webinar started. You can see what time they registered, the time that, that information, and you can see if they registered. You can see if they attended. You can see minutes. You can see a lot of basic data right here in this little area where it's called attendance. Again, this does two processes. You can upload yours from a different platform if you want to use this one, or you can download the data and go through it and use it that way. And you can download the data in a CSV, you can Excel, a PDF, or you can print it, or just copy it, whatever you choose to do, okay? And then another thing they have here is affiliates. Now, this area is for if you are running a product and you've done a webinar for that product, and you want to have your affiliates have access to that webinar, you can set them up in here, and you can set them up with their own ID number, their first name, last name, their email, and their phone numbers, and the affiliate URL. So if you're creating multiple products, and you have a certain URL you want to use, you can set that up, and this is where you can add it. It's very simple and easy, just add it. And again, you can download the list if you need to use that list, maybe add them to a different platform that you're selling something else with as well, or just put them towards your email optimizing platform and use that there as well, okay? Right here you have recording. This is where you would set up a certain amount of features, okay? So, for instance, this is one of the things I liked about this platform, because a lot of platforms did not have this, okay? So one of the things I was looking for is that I was looking for a platform that will allow you to add URL links, okay? So if my video is on Amazon storage, or it's on Buddy.net, I can get the URL and it's secure and bring it over and use it on my webinar. Or I can upload a video. A lot of platforms don't have that feature. You can only use YouTube, Venom, and I think there's one more out there, but you cannot use URLs. And this is one of the reasons why I like this. And plus, you can add embed codes. For instance, if you use BunnyNet, which if you want to know more about that, I did a video on that, how you can secure all your videos with BunnyNet. So if you want to know more about that, check the video at the bottom of this. It's a really good video on how to secure any kind of video you're doing and store it and be able to use the embed codes, the URL codes, and other features as well. So just let you know, FYI. But anyway, so you can embed your video code in here. Again, a lot of platforms do not have this feature, and that's one thing I liked about this. You got 3 different types of features where you can upload your video. You can do an embed code, you can do a URL, or you can upload the video and directly into the platform. Okay, so that's one of the things I did like about that, and it's very simple and very easy to do. We're not going to go into depth on how to do everything in this platform. I'm just going to show you the features and see if this works for you. Okay, another thing I always mention that you definitely want to go to their videos. Okay, so they have a lot of videos step by step on how to do this. I'm not going to click on it because it's going to take us to basically their YouTube channel where all the videos are private and set up. So best thing to do if you want to learn how to use this platform is get in here and jump on the videos, and you can do that. They also have documents. So for instance, you can go in and look for certain information. If you can't find it, you can do that as well. Okay, they also have support tickets. So if you have issues, and their support is on point, and I'm not just saying that, they are. I've had some issues, a couple of issues, or couldn't figure out anything, and I couldn't find anything. I opened up a support ticket, and they got back to me really fast. Now, of course, you know, the support is only open a certain hours of the business day, but I'm just letting you know, if you send an email to support, you're not going to be waiting 2 or 3 days. They're going to get on it right away, and you can follow up with that same email with a different type of question too, and they will respond, and they did that for me. Okay, so you also have users here. So this is where if you have a small business or a good sized business, you can add users in here to use this platform, and you can set it up to give users certain criteria of this platform. So for instance, if you have a partner, you can make him administrator, or you have an HR person who works for you, you need to make them administrator. You can do that with this, or you can just make a person as a user. So if they want to use the platform to host a meeting or webinar, they can do that, and you can set the criteria to lock them out or certain features in this platform. Okay, so another thing here, you have settings. Okay, so these settings will allow you to set up certain things. You have your API key code if you want to integrate it with something else. You can add a domain name. If you have a personal domain, you can put that in there. This has a lot of different type of features, and this is the settings where you can change all that. Again, this platform has a lot of features that other platforms do not have. Okay, and then of course you have your subscription, where you have subscription. I was fortunate to be able to jump on this and get a lifetime subscription, because one of my partners had this for a long time. They purchased it a while back. They never really used it, so we decided to start using this, and I started playing around with this, and I was like, you know what, I think people who are looking for webinars, really good, strong webinars, would love to have a video. So that's why I'm doing this video about this webinar. Okay, so what I want to show you is the features on how simple and how easy it is to set up something. So what other features that they have. So for instance, let's create a live webinar. Okay, so we're going to create one. So what it does, it gives you get the title, it gives you the webinar, your domain. So if you're using a domain, it won't have your, like if you're using a domain, it would have your domain and not jetwebinar.com. It would have your domain. But I'm using my business domain and a Jetwebinar, which I'm perfectly fine. And then you have the time zone, and then you can do live broadcast, or you can do simulated. Okay, so I'm going to show you what it has, because I want you to see some other features in here. Okay, so we're going to do East Coast, and they have all of these sections here. So if you're across the world and need a time zone, you can set up your webinar. I like to set my webinar up based on East Coast time, because that way people can watch on East Coast to start first, and then they can watch it on the West Coast for the second rerun of the play, or just at the same time. So it's very simple. So you have your East Coast. I'm going to do live webinar. And you can basically click on this calendar here, and you can just choose the time that you want the webinar to start or the time that you want it to begin. So we'll just choose the 30th, and we're going to say it's going to start at 11 o'clock in the morning. So what you do is just double click here and put 00, and then you just click on this back here, and then you just change that to AM, and then you go, and you see it's changed to later, and then you go next. Okay, now they have really outdone themselves. Now, I know platforms do have this. So this is a registration page. So if you decide not to use a funnel, or you don't have access to a funnel, you can create your own webinar registration page, okay? And this is basically simple. And you can edit any of these pages. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna choose one. You just click on one, and then you give it a name. We're gonna give it a name. And you could put a little description here. That's your option, or about your company or whatever you want to do. Okay, you're gonna hit next. Okay, so then what it's going to do is it's going to give you the invite automatically. So you copy that, you can put it on the side, and you can put that in an email and send it out to everybody on your list, or you can use it inside your funnel. Okay, so what you could do next here is you hit next. So what are you going to do here? This is where you're going to see a lot of the features in this platform. So this is data, okay? So when you have people attend the webinar, this is where you can see all the data at, how many people attended, what times they attended, all of that stuff. This is where you can see that. You also have features like general features. So this is where you would set everything up. For instance, you have your link, you have the name of the webinar, you have the time it was, and you can do if it's going to be a paid webinar, you can do if it's going to be a free webinar, and this is where you can set up the time if it's going to be a 60-minute webinar, or you can do it by hour, whatever's that works for you. And again, this is where you set up some of this stuff in the beginning, as you can see, but you can go back here and change it. Say you go, oh, I made a mistake, and you could do live. You can do a live webinar series. So if you do multiple webinars. For instance, if you're a coach and you have like maybe 4 or 5 different lessons you want to do, you can set that up. You could do a live solution, similar, or you can do an instant replay. So for instance, once you've recorded your webinar, you can automatically set it up for instant replay, okay? So another thing here they have is where you can set up emails. Again, a lot of platforms don't have this feature. Instead of using an auto response, you can set up your email and have your emails go directly out. And you can use your auto response to do that, okay? So you can set this up, go into settings and set up your auto response, okay? And you can integrate that with that. But this allows you to set up your own emails, for instance. So if you are sending out multiple emails for your webinar, you can do that. You can set up your webinar here and you can send it out, give it a title, and then you can put down, when you set up your email, you can put it where it's coming from. It'll give you a chance to choose. Right now, I don't have it set up, but you can choose that. And then this will go out to the people, letting them know that they've registered for the webinar. Okay? Simple as that. Love it. It's great. And then you can also email all recipients. So if people who responded, we'll click on that real quick. People have responded to that saying they're coming, you can actually send a broadcast email to everybody who's attending, basically on your list or to that webinar. So anybody who registered, you can send them out an email saying, hey, maybe the times changed. Hey, just FYI, the webinar will start in 20 minutes, blah, 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 blah. That's what you can do here, okay? So that's one good feature that this has. Let me get out of here, okay? So another thing is you can do, here's your, you can do, when it comes to your email, you can do reminders. You have an email for reminders. You have a follow-up email. You have do not attend email. So those are people who have not attended. You can actually create your own. You have early abandonment. So if someone left, you can send them another email saying, hey, I noticed you left the email. Left the webinar. And here's an email to say maybe you had to leave so you can watch the replay. And then you can actually do a template for codes, and all that stuff. So if you're a person who are a HTML coder, you can actually put your own type of code in here. Okay, so this has a lot of features when it comes to the email part. So customizing integration. Now the integration part is here. Okay, so it's actually built inside the webinar. And I think I like about this is that you don't, yes, you have to set it up all the time, but again, when you copy your webinar, you don't have any features that you set up will stay, and you can just copy those features and keep on using those webinar. Or you can actually copy and make a main one and then use that main one for your webinar and just edit everything inside it, maybe change out the page, and change out your emails and stuff like that. So that's one thing I like. It stays there and it's consistent. Okay. So anyway, so this is where you can add your Google Analytic code. You can add event template script footage. So you want to put it at the bottom. If you have some coding, you want to show something at the bottom of the webinar, you can do that as well. You can add customized conversion code. So this is for like people who are tracking their data more really in depth. Okay. Say they want to know exactly how many people actually went to the webinar. So the integrations for third parties, they have HTML forms, so you can integrate your own form if you have one, again, from auto response or from a funnel, you can integrate that. You can use Zapier. They also work closely with Active Campaign, so you can just click on that and you can actually go in and set up Active Campaign integration. It also has webhooks, very simple and easy. You go to webhooks website and you get the webhooks site code, and then you can use that directly. It also has Infusionsoft, and it also has Influencersoft. And the reason why I like this is because I don't know if you guys have watched any of my videos about Influencersoft. I use this platform, and this is one of the reasons, another reasons why I use it, because I wanted to be able to do live webinars and be able to integrate it with that platform. And this platform had it, okay? But again, you can integrate with other platforms if you use Zapier, okay? Or Webhook, okay? Just letting you know. So here's a registration page. This is where you can put information in, and you can actually upload pictures. You can change what it looks like. You can select it, enable, unlabel. You can do registration sublines. You could do subscription lines, and then you can actually add your video to this registration page if you want them just to watch the video and stuff like that. And you can embed it registration wedge inside like your funnels and stuff like that. So this is what this is for here. Now they have a thank you page. Again, this is really good because they have this stuff set up for you. So you can create a thank you page with your video. If you want to create a video and say, thank you for attending my webinar. I hope you enjoyed it. This can go out after the webinar is over. Okay, so that's what you can do. You can make a video, or you can actually upload a document to that and send it out to the people. If you want to send them documents about maybe an ebook or a follow-up with an ebook or whatever, you can do that with this. And again, you can enable that when you set it up. So when you set all the features up in here, you're setting up all the features for the webinar right off the back, so you don't have to go back and do all this later. Once you start, it's from A to B to C to D, okay? So then you have the webinar room here in the feature, and this is where you set up everything how you want. If you want the global chat, if you want to moderate chat, you want to display actions, show messages, redirect them to a replay page, or redirect them to a URL. So for instance, if you want them to buy something, you can set it up to send them to that affiliate link or that promotion or whatever you're running, okay? You also have, if people missed it, okay, so missed the webinar, you can actually have these features automatically set up to, if anybody's missed it who registered but not has attended to the webinar, you can set up features for them to get a replay. You can show them you can send a customized page to them. You can do all this stuff. Again, you can set all this up in here. Very simple and very easy. And then they have customized branding logo. So if you have a logo, you can upload the logo so that will show up on the webinar page. Okay, and as well as your present live or event. So engage present live events offers. So that means if you have an offer you want to give somebody, you click on that, and then what you could do is you can put the offer here, okay, and you can have a button, a click button to that offer. For instance, if you're doing affiliate marketing, and say the affiliate marketers have a webinar, you set up the webinar for Evergreen Webinar, and then what you can do is you can put your link in here and a button, and it will take them to that offer, which is usually a landing page, and gives the person a little bit more information. And if they decide to buy, then you get that affiliate commission and stuff. So again, this is all set up. So this, you can set this up to when you want it to go, enable how you want it to go. Again, this is really smooth, everything built in one. Again, if you set this up, you only have to set this up once, and then you can go in, especially if you're going to use this on a consistent basis for a live webinar or for an evergreen webinar. Okay, so these features are exactly the same. Okay, they might be slightly a little different in the beginning. You know, you upload your video or you put a embed code for the video, but you can do these features are exactly the same. And another thing you can do is when you are doing your webinar in here, you can record your webinar and then you can upload it automatically to do a replay. Okay, so you don't have to like save it someplace else. It automatically saves in here for you, and then boom, you just basically set it up. I want to do replay, boom, boom, boom. You choose your video you want to do a replay with, and then you have you can send a URL, or you can display the URL over the message. Okay, so which is a message which we showed about before, which is up here. You can send a message out. Okay. And then you have presenters. So this is where you can add your presenters. So for instance, if you know that there's maybe you and another person, you can put your presenters in here and you can keep them, especially if these guys are always on your webinars with you. You can have them in here already, and all you got to do is just click on them when you want to use them in which webinar. It's very simple and very easy to do that. I don't have any presenters because, again, I just got this platform from my partner. He hasn't done anything with this, and I am taking over this because I think that this is a really good platform and a strong platform when it comes to doing evergreen webinars and live webinars. Okay, so again, you can set up your presenter. So I will be a presenter, my partner will be a presenter, and any other guest speakers who are on a regular basis, you can set them up. And when you set them up, you can put their name, their email, what role they have, and give them the link and action. So that is really good about setting this up. So this is the basic information on how this platform, how the features are in this platform. Again, I wasn't going into depth on how to do things. I just wanted to show you exactly how everything worked. How all the features was. As you see, we made a test one for a live one, and it's right here. Okay, so if we clicked on live, start live, it's going to show you what the room looks like, and this is what the room looks like when it comes. So you can embed your camera, you can set up your camera, you can join with audio only. You have options of starting the video. You have the start the screen. You can actually make it bigger. You have the microphone if you need to set up the audio up here. You also have record. This is where you can record the webinar. And they also, I think I liked about this, excuse me, is that they have a gallery. So if you have 4 or 5 people on the webinar, you can set it up. Set it up to see all the people, or even meetings. So if you're doing a meeting with this and you have 3 or 4 or 5 people on your meeting, you can see what everybody looks like, and everybody can see what everybody else looks like in the meeting. And you can do full screen, and you can do participants. So that will show you all the participants, and you can chat participants. You can actually set up a poll. And again, I'm gonna show you in a second here. You can set up a poll here, and you can do all that, okay? And you can do others. Now, to set up polls, which is good, you can pre-set up polls for your webinar. So I like to ask questions, and you can put pre-questions in there, and you can put them in here, and you go in this settings here in tools. It has those features where you can set up conference information, create a poll. You can do the mic setup here. You can share offers. So for instance, if there's another offer inside the platform that you just someone talked about, you can add that. And you can also share this on Facebook Live. So when you do this, you can do live streaming on Facebook page, okay, which is really good, okay? And then you also got share VIR, which is RTM. If I'm mistaken, I think that's where you can share it with Vim or YouTube live as well. You just got to set it up. So anytime you do a live webinar, you can stream it on Facebook and other platforms as well, okay? So these are the features this platform has. Again, I wasn't going to go into depth on how it used this platform. If you want to see more in depth on how to use this platform, put some comments in the video and tell me what you want to know how to do with this platform, okay? Okay, so let's talk about the nitty gritty. Everybody wants to know about prices. We all love prices. Okay, so let's check out their prices. Because they have a few plans. They have quite a lot of plans, but we're going to go into the ones that I think people like me would use more. Okay, so they have a $10 plan every month. It's called Lite, and it's $10 a month. You get up to 25 people can attend your webinar. You can have up to 5 participants who actually help you run the webinar. Sorry, you have the simple one-click meeting, which you can create a meeting. So if you have a virtual assistant like I have one who helps me out and she's in a different country, you can do a meeting with her or him, whatever. And you have, in this one, you have no download required. You have recording, so you can record your webinars if you want to and then upload them. You have Google Calendar integration. You have a hosting in G Suite Marketplace. You have monetization and public chat. Okay, you have share cameras and screens, so you can share screens. Okay, especially when you're in meetings and stuff. You can always meet, always on meeting room. That means meeting on demand, okay? That's simply what that is, okay? And you have chat and email support, and you have all standard features of the business Hangout plan, okay? So which is what we're talking about. They have a pro plan for $59 a month, and this will allow you to have up to 100 participants, and it gives you everything I said, and the only difference in between this plan and this one is that you are getting to be able to do up to 100 people, and you have attendance data. So this is where you can analyze the data and see how many people have showed up, and that was the one I was showing you, okay? And this one's $124 a month, and this one you can do up to 250 people, and you get the same features as the Pro and the Lite, and the difference between this and that is that, again, you have up to 250 people. You have able to do unlimited customer support, okay? So you get unlimited customer support when it comes to that, okay? And you can do that basically through phone, or you can do it through email, okay? Or chat. And then they have a plan which is for people who are looking for, who do webinars a lot. This one is from 200, you can do up to 500 attendees, and you have 10 participants, meaning you have 10 people sitting and helping you running the webinar if you have on your panel or whatever you want to do, okay? So that's the difference between, this is what you get 500, okay? And that's what's the difference between these and between the business plan and the enterprise is you get 500 more, and you get 5 more additional participants, okay? So these are the plans. Now, you can try this out for 14 days and see if you like it, okay? Now, they also have a yearly plan, okay? So which will save you 20%. So instead of being 10, if you pay for the year, it'll be what, like $8 times 12, and then that'll be $8. That comes up to $8 a month. This one goes to $47 a month. This one goes $99 a month. This one goes to $157 a month. So you actually, if you pay for a year, and you're saving quite a bit of money. So that's what I suggest. Pay for a year and see what you like about the platform, okay? And they also have, this is the business Hangout, and that's what they were talking about here. They also have bigger plans, okay? So they have people who need more, much more. 397, 1,009, 2,300, and these are other plans. And again, they have multiple different plans. We're not going to go really into different plans, but I think that this one is perfect for people like me and people who are just trying to grow their business or start one and need webinars, okay? So these are the features that it has, okay? So if you like this platform, there'll be a link at the bottom of this video, and FYI, I am affiliated with this platform, so anything you purchase with my link will help my channel grow, okay? So this is Jetwebinar's features, and this is, again, this is a quick review of Jetwebinar's features, okay? So if you like this video, hit the thumbs up, and if you want to see more content like this video, hit the subscribe button. This is Michael Mail with Affiliate Rookie. Thank you for watching my video, and I will see you on the next one. You guys have a great day. Bye.